We're here back in the fantasy bar talking some baseball for the big Tuesday night slate. 6 of my favorite plays for you, fresh off the tap on FanDuel and DraftKings. We'll find you some plays outside of Coors Field. Some of my favorite buy lows. Some guys I think are vastly underpriced right now. Some great power spots on tonight's slate. A starting pitcher that has been phenomenal this season in a good matchup. And of course, my favorite play on the entire slate. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the fantasy bar. Welcome in, guys. A little double header for us back once again here. Beers Daily Fantasy Six Pack, talking some Tuesday night baseball. Thank you so much for stopping by the Fantasy Bar and checking out today's video. Before we get into 6 of my favorite plays for you on FanDuel and DraftKings, let's take a second and smash that thumbs up button. That's the tip jar here on this free video. Thank you very much for that. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content. All right, weather, one potential weather spot. We've avoided that one. Coors Field, you know the rules by now. Giving you some guys outside of Coors. So let's dive right in with our first play in the outfield with Trent Grisham of the Yankees. So great buy low here on Trent Grisham. We've had him at 3,800 here on DraftKings and under 3,000 over on FanDuel for a couple days now. And these are the lowest prices that we've gotten in a long time on Trent Grisham, sitting atop of this potent Yankees lineup, and he has been very good against right-handed pitching this season. Woba's over 400, giving you power as well. 263 ISO. Now, Max Scherzer, it's not the same pitcher. We've talked about him in the past, and he has struggled with left-handed hitters since returning. 382 Woba. Look at the ISO up at 295. Those numbers are all on a batting average on balls in play at just 235. So should be even higher numbers there allowed by Max Scherzer. Tough spot for him here against the Yankees, and I love these prices on Trent Grisham. All right, let's go to shortstop next with Cory Seager of Texas. So Seager really swinging a good bat right now. Hits in 11 of his last 12 games, 6 multi-hit games over that span, and he has always been good against right-handed pitching. Go back to the start of last season, so a very big sample size here. 392 the Woba and a solid 244 ISO for him. Again, really has struggled against lefties. We saw it last season. Numbers were ugly. Seeing it once again, even worse here in 2025. Look at these numbers. 467 Woba, huge 340 ISO, so really vulnerable to that left-handed power and giving up a ton of hard contact as you'd expect at 60%. Great power spot here tonight for Cory Seager. All right, let's go back to the outfield here with Seiya Suzuki of the Cubs. So Rich Hill, I think he's older than I am, taking the hill tonight for the Kansas City Royals. Can't believe this guy is back in the major leagues, but this is an absolute smash spot here for the Chicago Cubs, and especially for Suzuki, who leads this team in both Woba and ISO against left-handed pitching this season at 382 and 230. The question, well, Rich Hill probably doesn't last long in this game. Well, the good news there, Suzuki even better against right-handed pitching. So great spot for him no matter what they decide to do with that bullpen here. We got to go all the way back to 2023 on Rich Hill. So it's been that long since we've seen a full season out of him. What do we see there? 22 home runs allowed to right-handed bats. I think the Cubs a phenomenal stack here tonight with Suzuki being the bat I want the most. All right, speaking of the Cubs, let's stay there, but we're not going to add any more bats. We'll let you decide on those. We're going to add starting pitcher Matthew Boyd. This guy's really been pitching at a very high level, and it seems like it's under the radar here, not getting the hype of some of the other guys that we hear about constantly. But go back to the start of May here. 10 starts of 20 or more DraftKings points for Matthew Boyd. Look at the last 2 starts. We're talking over 30 DraftKings points, and we are not even paying $9,000 for that. So huge upside here. Very good at home as well this season. Undefeated at home. Batting average allowed just 207, averaging nearly 23 DraftKings points per start. We mentioned we love the offense behind him, so should give him a little bit of a leash. Now, the Royals not the highest strikeout team over the course of the season against lefties. When we shrink the sample size over the last month, 5 of these projected starters sitting above 29% strikeout rate against lefties, and this team just doesn't do a lot of damage. Bottom 5 in ISO this season against left-handed pitching as well. So you add it all up, a great price, a pitcher that's been pitching phenomenal, pitching well in his home ballpark, great offense behind him in a good matchup, and a pretty punchless Kansas City Royals team. Add it all up, Matthew Boyd, my favorite pitcher here for Tuesday night. All right, let's get you some value back in the outfield with Cam Smith of Houston. I think this is one of the better higher upside plays that we're not paying a big price for, just 37 and 2,800 on DraftKings and FanDuel. So a great value play sitting atop this Houston lineup. Been ultra productive against lefties this season. 440 WOBA, ISO pushing 300 for Cam Smith, and a solid 17% barrel rate for him. And he gets a sneaky good matchup here. Eduardo Rodriguez, 372 WOBA allowed to righties, 217 ISO. But look at the last couple starts for him. It's really been a struggle. 20 hits allowed over those 2 starts, 12 earned runs, and 5 home runs for him here. Nice upgrade in the ballpark as well. And Cam Smith, the best value on the board here for Tuesday night. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Tuesday night. Before we do that, let's continue our Beast of the Night contest. Easy to play. All you got to do, click the thumbs up button, head to the comment section and guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my highest scoring hitter. If your guess is the closest, you walk away with a free week of RotoGrinders Premium just for hanging out with me today in the fantasy bar. All right, let's finish things up with my favorite play on the slate. You know, that's the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're going to round things out at first base with the polar bear, Pete Alonso, tonight's Beast of the Night. Now, this one I think kind of sneaky here with people spending on Coors Field, some other premium bats. I get it. His bat has been very quiet of late. Did see that home run in the All-Star game for him, but a low-owned play with a lot of upside. Righty on righty, he has been great. WOBA's over 400. ISO's over 250. Hard contact rate is over 65%. And Kyle Hendricks, always a guy that I'm going to pick on here. 377 WOBA allowed to righties, 242 ISO, and 11 home runs already this season allowed to right-handed hitters. Pete Alonso in a great power spot at low ownership, making him easily my favorite play on the board in tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Tuesday six-pack. As always, hit up that comment section with any feedback, comments, questions, whatever you guys want to talk about. Get in that comment section right below the video, or you can always hit me up on Twitter at Beermakersfan and get your guess in. Free week of RotoGrinders Premium. Why not take advantage? Throw a number in there. Your guess is the closest to my highest scoring hitters DraftKings points. You get that free week of RotoGrinders Premium. From RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out and checking out today's video. Best of luck on tonight's slate. We'll take a couple days off. Be back with another video on Friday. Hit that thumbs up button if you have not already. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll catch you on Friday.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on rotogrinders.com/videos.